G'day everyone and welcome to another episode of Aussie Tech Heads, episode 570. It is recorded on the 8th of February 2018. Welcome. We are so glad to have your company. Look, this episode we've got a few stories to get through of the tech news from around Australia and the world, the ones that interest us anyway. We go and pick the bones out of all the tech stories, and we hope that you find them interesting as well, and become enlightened a little bit. We are brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au for all your web hosting needs. And look, a new service I've just brought online today. So if you're having troubles doing websites, or you think it's too much for you, you go and have a look at this. If you sign up for a professional business plan, you'll get access to this thing called a sitepad editor, and it is wonderful. You get over 300 themes, and then you can all you do is you pick the theme you want, and then point and click. So you see the theme will come, say, with a picture of a dog. You don't like the dog, you get rid of the dog, and you put your own dog in there. Easy as. And you just, in and out it, or up and down it, to make it, resize it to the way you want, change the text, all with the mouse, all straight in front of you, and then you push the big publish button and publishes it straight to your account. So easy. It's just mind-blowingly easy. So if you want to have a look at that, it's all in the cPanel. So go into your cPanels and you will find it. If you want to see it all beforehand, well, you probably have to go to sitepad.com, I think it is. That's where who runs the show there. So we've just implemented it, integrated into us to make things easier. All right, this week on the show, we have two lovely looking boys, and they are Jason and Jordan. We'll say g'day to Jace first because he's in the first box. Hey, Jace, how you going? Good. Keeping well?
Yep. Pretty happy today. My new computer finally arrived, so I got that set up today. Excellent. I've got a lot of downloading and installing to do over the next week.
Oh, a bit of nighty-night action?
Yeah.
Yes. And Jordan, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yeah, good to be back.
Yeah, that's good. What have you been up to? Anything exciting?
Actually, not much this week. Just keeping it simple.
Yeah, living the dream. It's good to hear.
Went back to school.
You went back to school? The kids went back to school?
No, the kids went back to school. Had a bit more time up my sleeve.
Yep, so, excellent. Good. Yep, good stuff. Yeah, I think we went back to school a couple of weeks now. I think maybe we were a week early because of the Commonwealth Games. I don't know, but apparently that's going to be, a bit of a tumultuous 2 weeks. There's probably a better phraseology I could use, but probably have to bleep it out. But it's apparently they're going to slow the highway down, and dedicate one lane to game important people traffic, and it's all a bit of a cray around here. So I don't think I'll be moving.
You need to get officials. Aussie Tech Head's official sponsor of the Commonwealth Games sticker on your car, and then you can use the fast lane.
That's right. I'll print one up anyway. I'll print a counterfeit one up. But I think things are getting so ridiculous that there's streets around here where I live, and it's 2-minute parking. Can you believe it? And they reckon they're going to fine you if you're more than 2 minutes. Like in suburban streets, I think it's just gone a bit woo. There's someone's
We've got the same thing outside our kids' school as well as 5-minute parking.
Yeah, but I'm talking
enough time for you to get your kid and nick off, pretty much.
But this is like suburban in your street out the front, and people are going, well, what? So we don't have parties or don't have friends over? But anyway, that's just what happens, I guess.
Yeah,
that's just what happens. All right, what else has been going on? Nothing too much. No, not much at all. And don't forget the other shows on the network is the Aussie Mac Zone. You get. I was on that last Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Garth couldn't make it, so Michael rang me up and said, would I like to be on? And I said, yeah, you betcha.
You'll have to get onto the Bitcoin show, or they'll all get jealus.
Oh, I don't know about the Bitcoin. I think I might be a bit too dumb for Bitcoins. I invested in Ripple, don't forget. So I don't think the likes of me are allowed on that shows like that.
It'll come good. The banks will make sure it comes good, whether you want to or not.
Yeah, I think so. I think Ripple should long term, Jace, long term. And what's it? Yeah, that's exactly right. So and talking about Bitcoins, the Aussie Tech. What are you? The Aussie Tech Crypto.
Thank you.
.com. You can go there and you get the podcast just live, or you listen to it straight from the website, Aussie Tech Crypto .com, or you can get it from the iTunes or YouTube or wherever else good podcasts are caught. Yeah, oh yes, of course, the Aussie Tech Radio, round and round we go, 24/7, wall to wall, Australian podcast. So jump onto that. New shows every Friday. So that means next time you tune in, there'll be new shows. Yeehaw. Now, where are we going to start this week? Let's start with, look, I'm going to skip a few of the stories down in my list here because I want to talk about this one because this is pretty current news that has just happened probably in the last day or so. And that is Elon Musk sent the car into space. Like, did you guys see that? How awesome was that?
I did read the article.
Yes.
I did read the article. I actually pinned it myself. I'm glad you've read it. So that's one less I have to worry about.
Yeah. So look, that's the picture. I'll see if I can get the picture up here actually, because
Back to the Future said we'd have flying cars one day.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure how.
Dude, where's my car?
Didn't it say in the article that he had a mannequin in the driver's seat as well?
Yeah. I'll just
dressed up in racing gear.
Just let me get just a second. I'm just trying to get. For some reason, I didn't have that actual photo at the ready. So
Elon was tweeting, "It's going over Australia now."
Oh right, okay, over South Australia.
They had cameras on all sides of it and showing a view from the dash. It's got a copy of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the glove box.
Oh, nice.
It's got a sign on the dash that says "Don't panic."
Yes.
It's got a towel, I think, and also there's a printed circuit board inside the car that says "Made on the planet Earth by humans."
But that's apparently that picture.
Are we sure they're all humans?
No, I can't say that.
Some are reptiles.
I don't know about Elon.
But yeah, I just think look, it's all fake. Everyone knows it's fake. You know, the Earth's flat. It can't be round.
They did that one in the Nevada desert too, the same as the launch to the moon.
Oh right, yes. But the picture of the car that everyone's seen. This is the picture up on the screen. If you guys are on the video, but it does look like a fake picture. But they assure us that it's not. That's just how
it's not. It looks like it's warped, isn't it? It's out of shape.
Yeah, it just looks like you don't expect to see a car with a driver in space. So yeah, but anyway, look, that's what's happening.
Must be looking out a window or something, is it?
I don't know who knows. But anyway, he's launched the SpaceX Heavy, I think it was called, the heaviest
Falcon Heavy.
Yeah, heaviest spacecraft to have taken off from the Earth. And
they're pretty proud of it, from what I read.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Going out past Mars, and it's going out past Mars and on its way to an asteroid belt where it's going to live the rest of its life.
If it makes it to the rest of its life.
But they re-landed the rockets, didn't they?
Yeah,
the boosters, which they're really proud of.
Yeah, I heard that as well. That's pretty good. Now, yes, as Jay said, the car was meant to reach Mars with the plan that it would come close to the planet without colliding. But Elon Musk tweeted overnight that the Roadster had exceeded the red planet's orbit and had continued towards the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. It was a more distant trajectory than anticipated, and it's almost reaching the orbit of a dwarf planet Ceres, Ceres? Ceres. And apparently, so this guy, William Carroll, who is the chief... Who is he? He's William Carroll, the Indiana University chemist. He said even if the vehicle and its dummy passenger do miraculously manage to make it through the asteroid belt intact, there's still bad news. The danger for the car is that the plastic and the carbon fiber body will be torn apart by the harsh radiation of the sun and the cosmic rays. So all of the organics will be subjected to degradation by the various kinds of radiation that you will run into here, he said. Those organics in that environment, I would give them a year. So it looks like poor old...
It sounds like a cool space fighter, cosmic ray.
Yes.
Reminds me of a Star Trek Voyager episode.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
If you've ever seen Star Trek Voyager, you'd probably know what I was talking about.
They found a really old car from like the 1950s or something, wasn't it?
Oh,
yeah, just floating in space, and they brought it on the ship and started it up and got it going and everything.
Right. Do you guys? I don't know. You guys might be a bit too young. Would you be too young? I don't know. The show called Quark.
Quark. I saw they had Gene and Gene, the twins.
That's one. That's right. It just reminded me when they're throwing cars up in space and they're saying that there's a lot of other people that are just chucking stuff up into the orbit and just sending it out into space. And yeah, we do need a intergalactic garbage truck, don't we, to pick it all up. if you ever want to have a look at Quark, I don't know where you'd get it from. It's probably on YouTube, maybe. But it wasn't a bad show. Look, I haven't watched it for 40 years, but maybe it's not as fun now. I don't know. But I don't know. It's pretty good. It was all about, going around scooping up the rubbish that people put up there.
Amazon's got the complete series.
Oh, really? How much?
Now I have to click on a link.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
DVD, $74.95, brand new. You can get it $99, but from $74.95, depending on what shop, or used DVDs from $57.97.
I wonder what it's like. I'd probably be. I might see if we get. Yeah, there we go. Look, I've got a picture here. There we go. So
look at the twins, Gene and Jean.
Yes, that's the girls. And and that's actually remember a couple of years ago on the show we had the head. Remember the head?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Aussie Tech Head.
Yeah, and the character, the head. The head came from this show, actually, because remember the head on the show was just this big, gigantic head? That's where, I haven't heard from the head lately. You might have to bring him back. see what he's up to. He's working away somewhere. I'll have to give him a kick in the guts. All right. Now, what else have we got here? Look, let's go into batteries. Energizer claims a 16-day battery life with a smartphone launch. Now, Energizer has claimed that its latest Android smartphone, which is equipped with a high-capacity battery, can last up to a massive 16 days on standby. So there's got to be, obviously, caveats here. Like, you can't be checking your emails every 2 seconds, I'd imagine. So the phone is a hard case H550S. It's powered with a 4,000 milliampere battery that offers a 10-hour talk time and is paired with intelligent power-saving technology to optimize the battery. So there you go. There's 3 versions of the phone will be sold. One Europe, the other for America, and one for Australia and India. Available in 2G, 3G and 4G frequencies. The phone's licensed through French-headquartered Avenir Telecom. Also includes a fast charger and a USB Type-C cable out of the box. So there you go. There's also more to that story if you're so inclined to go and want to have a read of it. And if you are so, you can find that story and the link to all the stories at the show notes on the podcast page, which is aussietechheads.com.au/podcast. So there you go. There's nothing else exciting about that, I don't think. Any comments about that, anyone? Happy, sad, don't care?
I read an article today that was kind of similar to that.
Yeah?
For something else, Amazfit's new BIP smartwatch promises 45-day battery life for just $100.
That's all right. What do you think of that?
One of the biggest reasons I'll rail against most smartwatches is their low battery life. Amazfit, a brand from, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Xomis or something. You probably have heard it before from Xomis.
No.
Wearable tech supplier Humi says it's got a fix for that with a new $100 BIP watch that boosts more than 1 month of use on a single charge. That's impressive considering that Android and OS compatible devices come with an compatible device comes with an always-on color touchscreen, fitness tracking capabilities including monitoring your heart rate, GPS, etc. Amazfit says that the BIP will manage to run for about 30 days with all your notifications on, but if you turn the activity down, you'll get a further 15 days out of it.
Well, there
so 45 days.
That's pretty good. I think, look, I've got a little watch story coming up as well. But yeah, I think it's if you start hooking them up to the 4G, that's when their battery drains. But how's yours going? How's your Fitbit going, Jace?
Yeah, it's going really well. I've started developing a new clock face for it.
Oh, version 2? Or new?
Oh, just a different design.
Yeah, nice.
I've got a weather forecast for today and the next couple of days.
Oh, yeah. And is sales still up for your first one?
Well.
Yeah, good stuff. That's so good. That's excellent. All right. Jace, what have you found this week?
Alrighty. The race for global music streaming supremacy, the gap between Spotify and Apple Music is growing smaller. Apple Music is growing in its American subscriber base at a faster rate than Sweden-based Spotify, and may usurp Spotify as the most popular music streaming service as soon as mid-2018. But globally, Apple Music still has a long way to go. Spotify has more than 70 million global subscribers, while Apple Music says it now has 36 million subscribers, up from 30 million in September. Apple Music, which comes preloaded on all Apple devices, has been growing at 5% in subscribers in the United States every month. Spotify, in contrast, has a 2% monthly subscriber growth rate. Both Apple Music and Spotify offer a trial period before their regular paid subscription models. Apple Music's trial period lasts 3 months, while Spotify's is 30 days. Apple Music has 3 to 4 times more users in the trial period than Spotify, boosting its overall listenership numbers in the United States past Spotify.
But the key word there was the trial period. So, like, what happens after the trial period? Do people just bail or what? But what do you use, Jace? You Spotify?
Me, Deezer.
There's another one. Why?
What's that? Why do I get Deezer? Because I've heard of it. That it's like Spotify. It's actually got about 10 million more songs than Spotify, and similar sort of subscription and everything. But it's going to be able. They're going to write an app so it'll run on my Fitbit watch, and I can stream music through there to my headphones.
Nice. Well,
I was reading another article today, kind of on that music thing too, with the new Apple Home speaker or something.
Yep. Oh yes,
and they're saying that you can't stream Spotify and Pandora and those sorts of things to your Apple Home Pod.
Yeah, and I think
true?
That's a bad decision for Apple. I think going to be bad for them because people want to be able to play whatever music they want. If I can go out and get Sonos and play anything I want on it, why am I going to get the Apple one?
Yeah, I think you're right. Like I think last week we spoke about that Apple HomePod and we were saying how expensive it was, and which it is, but it is more than just the Google Home, isn't it? It is actually the quality speaker that comes with it. And apparently I was watching
they say it's good quality.
Yeah, and I was watching a review about it, and it's got some intelligence on it or in it. So then, like, if you place it on a shelf, the sound will come out opposite the wall, so it's not bouncing into the wall. Like it cuts itself off the wall side, sort of thing.
It does sort of like a survey of the room to find out where objects are to direct the music in the best place for you to hear it.
Yeah, so look, it is an intelligent little speaker, and it does look, and being from Apple, it will be good quality. But
they said you can stream Spotify to it through Air. I'm not an Apple user, but through AirPlay.
Yeah,
that's
mucking around.
But
though
you lose the Siri functions. You can't say, "Hey Siri, play this" or whatever.
But see, I think the beauty, because I've got Spotify and I've signed up for the Spotify, and because we do a family thing, whatever that is, $17 a month or something. And the thing that I do like about it is, I can listen to it on my phone, or I can listen to it on my little Mac Mini here or onto the Windows, and it tells me wherever I am. I can play it. I can tell it from my phone on what device or what speaker to play it to. So Spotify.
Yeah, if you turn on a new device, it says, "Oh, hey, this is currently playing here. Would you like to play this one instead?"
It just moves it over.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
And it continues playing the song where it was up to.
Yeah, and
it's pretty good.
Yeah, and I think it's good like that, and I think that's what drags me to the Spotify. I haven't seen the Deezer, but I'm probably stuck in Spotify now, so I'm paying for
Before
it.
Fitbit, I'd never heard of Deezer before in my life, so I was like, I suppose I better go check this out and see what it's about. Oh yeah, it's not too bad.
Seems to be the way though, isn't it? With people, they get stuck in a rut in one thing and don't venture out and try another. It's just like
I never would have.
Yeah,
we all get stuck in our ways. So
yeah, well, I guess I think I might be moving out of my ways as far as phones go, because I don't think I'm considering just selling my iPhone.
You're going to get a Windows phone. Oh my god!
No way.
BlackBerry.
Oh, yes, yeah. I want to be like Hillary.
I think it's funny, mate. I think it's funny. I see I've got a lot of Apple friends, and I don't want to offend any of them, but they're so quick to criticize Android, and I can tell you half of them have not even tried it. They wouldn't even know what Android was about to even. I don't even know how they can.
I just use whatever device works for me. My work computer is a.
That's right.
This one here is a Windows 10. I've got an Android phone here. I stream music from my iPad Mini all day. So
I've used them all. I can say I have tried every phone. I've tried a Windows phone, Android phone, and Apple phone.
I've had shit Android phones.
But I always end up going back to the Android phone. I don't know what it is. It's just whether it's just I don't know, but it's just I can do more with it.
Well, my first phone into the smartphone arena was a Samsung Galaxy S2 or something, or other, and it was pus. And I could not wait to just go, look, I don't care. I just need an Apple. It just works. And then I've been with Apple ever since. But look, I think now that my daughter's got this Xiaomi phone that's Android, and look, they obviously do similar things to each other, but just hers, I don't know, Android just seems a lot snappier with the screen and stuff. And I just like how it just snaps through
more
things.
More explosive too.
Well, yes, especially if you go to charge it. Yeah.
I bet you still haven't heard back about that.
Oh, I did. I rang up the Kogan insurance because I knew they'd answer because they want they want you to sell you insurance. So I rang the insurance and I said, why don't the shopper guys answer the phones, or why can't I ring them and blah, blah, blah. She goes, I'll find your inquiry. So she found the inquiry and she goes, I'll send it to the special department or something. So she sent it over and they wrote back and, wah. So, so the upshot of it was they're going to send me.
You're never buying from Kogan ever again.
Well, I may do. Depends what it is.
Speaking of explosive, that's a good segue to my next story, if you like.
All right, kick in, bang, go, explode.
The self-destructing electronics can turn your data into dust on command.
Oh.
Have you heard that one?
No.
So engineers have come up with a trick to make electronics disintegrate from far away. The technology represents a new kind of transient, if that's the right word, transient electronics, which are designed to disappear when they are no longer needed. In this case, chemicals that can destroy the circuits stay sealed away until you unlock them, and the radio waves. I'm stumbling my words there, sorry. This means that if the device containing these electronics was stolen, you could remotely order it to self-destruct, wiping its data.
Oh, wow.
It literally goes as far into, it goes into the air, says Amit Lal, a professor of electronical engineering at Cornell University, and one of the researchers behind the design. Very little remnants of it are left behind. Scientists are hoping to use the transient electronics to build medical implants that vanish instead of requiring surgical removal, or they might appear in sensors deposited in forests and oceans to measure things like pollution and carbon dioxide levels. That way people or robots wouldn't have to go and collect them later.
Yeah, right. Well,
but speaking of robots, I think that's great too, because we can blow the robots up if they give us any trouble, can't we?
Yeah,
exactly. Now,
self-destruct and they all melt.
Now, where did that story come from? That's a very interesting story.
It's went back to my old homepage, actually, back to the MSN, and it was just there.
Oh, right. Good old MSN.
I'll put it in the where's the messenger thing going off here?
That's all right.
I think I had that many of them going. I'll put it in messenger.
We'll get you up to speed with the show notes one day, Jordan. Don't you worry.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yes, I'm sure.
I had Facebook open like 20 seconds ago. I don't know where it went.
I've shared them with you. I'm sure I've shared them.
No, I think I just closed the page before without realizing.
Right.
I'll just paste you the link.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I'll send you the link again as well. So yeah, you go.
Okay. There's the link now. You should have it to the one I just read.
All right, good stuff. We'll stick that in the show notes as well. Okay, what else have we got coming up here? I think I've scrolled all the way down the Jason stories. Now I'm back up here with the tablet sales decline for the 13th straight quarter. So that's no good. That's 3 years or more. A little bit over. Sales of tablet devices around the world declined again in the last quarter, making it the 13th in a row. Shipments have dropped. This has been an analysis made by market analyst IDC. IDC said the continued decline might be down to devices not offering enough productivity benefits. I don't know. Why do you think the devices are the phones becoming too big? Are they slotting into the market there instead of the tablet? Yeah,
I'd reckon. Well, that's why they reckon the little iPad minis and stuff have been discontinued, haven't they?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah,
haven't they? Unless I'm mistaken, I thought I heard they had
Possible, yeah.
Yeah,
because the size of the foam is too close to the size of the
it's getting there, isn't it?
iPad minis.
Yeah, look, I think maybe the tablets. Yeah, you're probably not going to really go and buy one of them every 2 years, are you? Like a phone. I think, like, the tablets. Like, my kids have still got the iPad 2. Dog slow, but that's still, still
Needs a new battery.
Yes, but it still works.
$29 they're being reduced to now.
I don't know if that means they're going to put them in the iPad. Does it? I don't know.
No, they're feeling pretty guilty. They were $79. I dropped them to $29 now just to keep everyone happy.
Yeah, well, that's all right. But I'm waiting for the new software to push down so you can turn it off and on and see if your phone is actually affected by it. Yeah, so we'll see. But look, Apple has been the market in the tablet industry, sales industry, maintaining a solid lead in the holiday quarter and driving growth both through its lower-priced 9.7-inch iPad as well as its newly refurbished iPad Pro products. Those big iPads, they're awesome. My mum's got one of those. They're huge. They're pretty good. She watches it.
I've only ever seen a couple of them. I haven't seen a lot of people with them. Just a couple.
They're big. They are big. So yeah, I don't know. Like tablets, yeah.
Look, I heard the iPhone X sales weren't as big as the last phone either.
Yeah,
so
they said the sales weren't big, but because the margin was so high, they still made a huge profit because a lot of people went with the X.
yeah, they probably still made a huge profit. They always do. But I just wonder if what wouldn't you think that iPads, if they're not selling as many iPhone X's, wouldn't the iPads sales go up? I don't know.
Yeah, look, I don't know. Apple's just just got people hooked, haven't they? They're like, where is my little? I've got another little Apple story here to go on with that.
I think we're just waiting for a new device of some sort. I think that one of these days, someone's just going to come up with something new, and everything will change again, and it'll be whoever gets there first, the biggest company first, the luckiest one to, first in best dress. Someone will come up with something.
Apple shipped a record 18 million smartwatches in 2017. They shipped more than 18 million, up 54% compared to previous year. In the fourth quarter alone, the Apple shipped 8 million smartwatches. It's the highest ever number of shipments in a single quarter, not just for Apple, but by any wearable vendor. So they got this new Series 3 out, apparently, the Apple Watch Series 3. And apparently this is Duck's Guts. It's nearly accounting for nearly half of all Apple Watch shipments last year. The cellular version of the Apple Watch is in strong demand in the US, Japan and Australia. And all major operators stocked it in time for the holidays, which would have been the Christmas. So the Apple Watch, I think, have I got a picture of that? No, I don't have a picture of that either. Jeez, I'm slack, aren't I?
Sounds all right.
Yeah, Series 3. I'm still not a fan of watches. In general, I guess, but probably because I probably can't see them.
You need like Rolex to make you a smartwatch or something, do you, Glenn?
No, I don't know. Look, when I left my full-time job, I took my watch off and have never put another one on. So that's. I
must admit, I'm not a huge watch fan, but since I've had a watch, I reckon I get my phone out of my pocket so much less than I used to.
Yeah, well,
There's a lot of people on Earth who still think that digital watches are a neat idea.
Sorry?
Yes?
That's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, right.
What did they say?
A lot of people on Earth still think that digital watches are a neat idea.
So I remember my first digital watch when I was at school. You weren't allowed to have digital watches. You weren't allowed to have calculators. But yeah, I had a digital watch. And yeah, did all the bells and whistle. Played green sleeves for the alarm. I probably still got it hanging around here somewhere.
I had one that played about 7 different tunes, one for each day and stuff. I bought it off a friend of mine who, knowing him, may have found somebody's watch and sold it to me. But
oh no.
I wasn't thinking about that at the time.
No, well, look, if you can get a digital watch for cheap, that's good. Yeah. That's good. Why not?
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Say no more.
Yes,
you've got to love technology, don't you?
Yeah.
The amount of. I was reading a predictions one today. I don't know whether you saw that on the internet, Glenn.
Nah.
What people have predicted in the past and what's come true and what hasn't.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Some of the best and worst predictions.
Were they getting close?
It was things like I've got one here. They're only like little snippets. There's like, where was it? Everyone was always asking me when Apple will come out with a cell phone. My answer is probably never.
Right. That's right.
And that was David Pogue, technology writer of the New York Times in 2006.
Who became their biggest fan and got all the first iPhones that ever came out.
Yeah.
I remember
The Americans have need. This was another one written in 1834 to 1913, I think it was. The Americans have need of a telephone, but we do not. We have plenty of messaging, boys.
Oh, well, plenty of pigeons to go around. Pigeons all around.
And fooling around with alternating AC current is just a waste of time. Nobody will ever use it. Thomas. I was having a good laugh with them today. Cellular phones will absolutely not replace local wire systems.
Right.
Smart and Cooper here in 1981.
You should save that site. I don't know how many are there on that site. Are there a few?
There's 19 of them. I've still got my Facebook Messenger open. I'll paste that.
Now they reckon that 5G is going to be taking over wired connections, and nobody's going to want to have fiber to the house anymore.
Yes, I think Telstra
It's
and
like a good segue to a story I might have.
Well, go for it.
Mobile networks.
Links, Glenn.
Thanks.
Mobile networks are no longer just aimed at people chasing fast download speeds. Instead, autonomous drones, self-driving cars, and other smart devices will benefit most from Australia's new super-fast 5G network launching next year. Swarms of smart drones are set to patrol Australia's beaches, taking advantage of 5G's multi-gigabit data speeds to work in unison and stream high-definition video back to land, where artificial intelligence will scan for swimmers in distress and watch for sharks. While individual Little Ripper rescue drones equipped with video cameras are already used by lifeguards at the far north coast and Sydney's northern beaches, swarms of drones would see their combined video streams swamp today's 4G mobile network, says Telstra. If we only concerned about connecting people, then we could almost stop at 4G. The real strength of 5G is connecting all these different smart devices. These rescue drones are the perfect example. Great ideas like this, which are technically possible on 4G, will finally become practical reality on 5G. Telstra opened a 5G Innovation Centre on Monday as part of a $60 million investment in the Gold Coast Southport Exchange, where it will test next-generation mobile technologies in Australian conditions. Overall, the telco is investing $5 billion over 3 years to upgrade and expand its mobile network across the country, as well as to acquire 5G spectrum. 5G network will rely on two wireless bands, 3.6 gigahertz and 26 gigahertz, with devices seamlessly roaming between them. While the higher frequencies offer faster speeds, the lower frequencies reach further and are better at passing through solid objects like walls.
So what are they? I don't know how deep you go into this, Jace, but okay, so they say the 5G is going to bring together all the IoT devices and everything like this. So are they going to be able to talk to each other rather than talk back to the cell tower? Is that your understanding?
Via the cell tower, they'll talk to each other.
Right. So why do they say that 5G is sort of the way to go?
They'll need fast bandwidth for all of the information that's going between them.
Right. So
4G is just too slow. And also 4G won't have the reach, whereas this one, as they were saying, has got the two different bands, high frequency and low frequency, so that it can go further or faster. Those are the two options. So when they're closer to a tower or closer to land, they'll be able to transfer the info faster. But once they start getting out over the sea looking for sharks and swimmers, they probably might not be able to get 4G signal, whereas the 5G should be able to reach them.
Yeah, so look, it's all exciting. I think
is that similar? I don't know if I'm cutting you off because I had another story I was going to read that was similar to that. I'm just trying to think: is that the same thing? The terawatts? Is that what they call it?
Don't know. You go with yours.
I was reading another one. It says wireless frequencies we use to send and receive data are becoming increasingly congested. Indeed, an ever-increasing number of IoT devices in our homes, the smart speakers, cameras, and doorbells and lights, etc., were gradually running out of bandwidth to use. Is that the same story?
That'd be Wi-Fi frequencies, not the cellular frequencies, yeah.
But this could all be about to change now. Scientists have shown that an altogether different range of frequencies called terahertz could soon play a significant role in the future of wireless technology. Terahertz are about 100 times higher in frequency than microwaves used by Bluetooth Wi-Fi devices. As such, they have shorter wavelengths and higher bandwidth capacities for data transmission. However, their shorter wavelength also means it cannot pass through objects like typical wireless carrier waves. For this reason, it's always been thought that they'd be redundant in domestic applications where there's really no clear line of sight between the router and the devices. So it's not the same thing.
No, it sounds like it's the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they've found a way to get around it or something.
Yes.
Right.
Well, that's good. We've got to find ways around all these bottlenecks.
They said that they can reflect it off the walls. The signal will reflect off it. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to you, Chase, when you were reading yours there, and I heard you say something about the signals not going through the walls or being through line of sight or something.
Just like that Apple HomePod. But I don't know why. What they're all saying that the 5G is going to overtake the NBN, the cable, and the fibre and everything. But maybe true in speed. But gee, I don't know if they're going to give everyone a terabyte of bandwidth a month. Coming out.
Gamers probably won't like it. So it'll still have more latency than a direct connection.
Well, apparently, the guy next door said he saw some NBN people in the street the other day out the front of our place, and they were laying apparently
on the ground having a sleep.
Yes,
and Glenn's like, "Get bloody moving, you lot!
Get up!" Because it's sort of, from what I understood, and this could be totally wrong, because it was just the guys that were there and whatever, but. The guy next door, he was saying that what they told him was that they were laying fibre down the street, and then the coax from the street was coming into their house. That was staying. So that was the HFC. But my understanding was that it was going to go along the existing cable all the way back to the exchange. So I thought that was
not have enough bandwidth for that.
Yeah, well, maybe that might have been what the problem was, because the HFC had been pushed back 6 to 9 months. So
the problem with the HFC being like normal cable modems that we had back in the day was everybody shares the bandwidth on the cable. So you might have 100 meg download, but once your next door neighbor gets on, now you got 50 meg download, and your other couple of neighbors, and suddenly you got 25.
Yes.
But if they lay fibre all the way up the street and then cable into each house, which is already there, you'll probably save a bit of money and might work okay.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say no to cable passing the house. That'll be good. But they'd gone. They only were there for like 10 minutes, and apparently they tried to feed this fibre cable into the pit or something, and they went, "No, the conduit's too small. We're going to have to. This is a major job now. We're going to have to dig it all up." Oh my God. Superloop and Circle by Disney. I don't know if you guys have heard of Circle by Disney.
No.
This is it's a device that allows parents to control kids' screen time across all Wi-Fi devices. So it's pretty good. That all the devices include your smartphone, tablets, and gaming consoles. So the Circle Home device pairs wirelessly with the home Wi-Fi network to allow parents to manage connected devices and can be controlled with an iOS or Android app. So I picked this one out because I know, Jordan, you were quite excited about different things to do with restricting kids on the internet. There's to
an extent.
Yeah. So
it made me sound like I'm strict.
Yeah.
I am a little bit.
Well, I'm getting stricter, especially now because, as I said, daughter's got this phone, this Xiaomi phone. Her face is never out of it. There's going to have to be some problems solved here.
That's an Android phone, you said, isn't it? So you can get an app that'll restrict her phone,
Yeah, so
password protect any app you like.
Yes, well, but anyway, this the Circle by Disney. So it's apparently nothing really new, but it's coming to Australia. The Circle Go is the app. The Circle by Disney is the actual hardware device which integrates into your Wi-Fi at home, and the Circle Go is the app that uses a virtual private network to extend the home Wi-Fi settings to children's mobile devices over 4G connections. So even when they're out in the field on their 4G, they're still stuffed. Now,
really?
Yeah, apparently, yes.
As long as it's a simple setup. That's because I always find those things that you have to implement into your network can be quite difficult. I mean, not for the technical minded, but for the the average user, it can be hard to set them up. So
Yeah, features of this include time limits, including limits for specific apps such as Facebook, internet filtering that can be based on age ranges, and target specific apps and websites. Now, you can also built in, you can do reward systems such as one-off time limit extensions or a late to bed time or something like that. So the platform will initially retail for $99 and apparently sold exclusively at cybersafehouse.com. So if you're interested in one of those, I'd probably go and crank up this story from the website, link to the story, have a bit of a read of it.
Sounds good.
And go to the cybersafehouse.com. Let's go and have a look there and see what they're all about now.
I currently use two. I use just one that's built in, just a plug-in for my PFSense firewall, but I also use the Microsoft family one that's on.
Yes.
But I find that pretty substantial, but it's not going to leave the house and go out and protect them on 4G and stop them using particular apps and things like that. It's not as extreme, but
no. Well,
covers the basics.
Yeah. So here's look. I've got this site up here. Yes. So the smart way. So it's all about selling all these. Yeah. Circle by Disney's. That's a picture of the device there. It's a little cube-looking device, white cube, and manage the internet. How good is that? So
it's like an Apple time machine or something.
Yeah.
So maybe it becomes a new Wi-Fi network, does it? I suppose on your network.
That's how I read it. Yes.
You just plug it in and then it pops up, Disney's whatever, and then all the kids connect to that and you can manage it.
Yeah. And then
if they want full-fledged internet, they just don't connect to it. They connect to your normal Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Well, you just don't give them the password. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that looks
obviously, yeah. So we'll just read it off the show notes.
Yeah, get in there. Yeah, so that looks pretty good. So I think I might even might go further into that myself and see what we can do, because that's good. $99. That's not too bad.
I don't know whether I'm overdoing my stories, but I've got something similar to that too.
Oh, go, Jordan, go.
Although I came back on Jason's story halfway through. I don't think I was paying attention, so hopefully I get this one right. It says Facebook and Google vets form coalition to fight tech addiction. I've probably read a story like this and similar in the past. It's time to talk about tech addiction. Several tech execs and social media pioneers have come out of woodwork in recent months to decree that the dangers of harmful effects. Where am I? Of internet. I've lost my spot again. Internet. Is it Adlid Societies? I'm not reading that right. Now a group of former Apple, Facebook and Google employees are joining the charge with an anti-tech addiction coalition called the Center of Humane Technology. The centre has been organising leaders and raising awareness since 2014, according to its website. But this week announced several high new profile initiatives. As the New York Times reports, the centre will kick off its efforts with a tech addiction campaign targeted at 55,000 US public schools.
Yeah, right. I just look. Sorry, I'm just going to go back to this Circle thing. I was just reading more about it. It's got guest devices. Circle even recognises when a guest joins your Wi-Fi, the device is automatically placed in the home profile. Safe Search defaults Google searches to remove explicit content from the results. Circle also gives you the choice to not manage a device or profile through the Circle app. So yeah, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Looks pretty good.
It does.
Yeah, that could be a good solution. I think from reading it, that was a failed startup. Like 2008 or something. It failed. Disney sort of got on board and made it to what it is today. There's other ones. There's another Australian one that does something similar, although sort of similar, but it's only really restricting the internet, not the actual apps and across devices like game consoles and everything. So that's pretty good. All right, Jace, what else have you got for us?
Google could try to get serious about gaming with a rumored console and game streaming service. The service, codenamed Yeti, would stream modern games over the internet instead of processing them locally, allowing them to run weaker hardware such as Google's Chromecast dongles. Several other companies, including Nvidia and Sony, already offer their own game streaming services, but the problems are always the same. Publishers tend to support these services half-heartedly or not at all, and even with an excellent internet connection, the experience isn't as responsive or dependable as powerful home console. It's unclear how Google might solve these problems, but the company is reportedly considering a holiday 2018 launch. As for a full-blown game console, the details are hazy, but Ars Technica points out that Google recently hired former Xbox and PlayStation executive Phil Harrison. Google also has a capable platform already in Android TV, which supports most major streaming video apps, has its own library of cheap and free games, and works with Google Assistant voice controls. Google hasn't released its own Android TV hardware since late 2014, but perhaps the company has noticed the enthusiasm around NVIDIA's Shield TV set-top box and decided to get back on board.
Is there room for like another gaming console, do you think? Like,
well, if you've already got your Chromecast, you've got your console, so you just need to be able to play games, and it just adds another functionality.
I guess so. Well, yeah, I guess so. But look, I don't know. Do you play games, Jace? I like to say Xbox, PlayStation.
I've got a PlayStation 4. We mostly use it for streaming movies and TV shows. I don't have an aerial plugged into my TV, so everything we get is over the internet. And I used to play Minecraft a lot, but sort of run out of interest in that. And so I play mostly World of Warcraft with my daughter at the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I've tried to play, the Xbox games, but there's too many buttons these days. I can't figure it all out. So,
I just can't stand the time you lose. That's what turns me. I used to love playing them, but you get on for half an hour and 4 hours goes past. You don't even realise it's happened.
Yeah, I know. Yes, exactly.
I just find it takes too much time off me.
Yeah,
but I love it. I used to love playing good old, a bit of COD or whatever, but.
Yeah, I never got into all those sort of ones. I'll just tune up Dig Dug or Frogger or something like that. Play all the
just too many hours.
Yeah.
Too quick.
Yes. Now look,
my kids are on them enough. I got to set a good example.
Yes, I know. You got to set those examples.
I'm always arguing with them and making rules that they can't have their devices because they're all, as I was reading the thing before, too addicted to them and they don't like it. So I can't tell them no and then do it myself.
No, exactly. Well, you could. Monkey.
Well, you could as soon as they go to bed, but then I'll be a zombie all day for them, wouldn't I?
Tesla and Australia will turn 50,000 homes into a virtual solar plant. So South Australia has announced it will create a network of thousands of solar-powered homes using Tesla solar panels and Powerwall batteries. So initial phases of the plan are already underway and will eventually expand to as many as 50,000 homes, creating the world's largest virtual power plant, according to Jay Weatherall, the Premier. Installation of the 5 kilowatt solar panels and the Tesla batteries has already begun. Apparently there's 1,100 of these already sprouting up on public housing properties, with 24 more thousand to follow. So that's a lot. After that, the program will be opened up to as many as 50,000 South Australian homes over the next 4 years. The panels and batteries are being supplied for free. How good's that? Backed by a multi-million-dollar grant and a loan from taxpayer renewable energy funds. So I think what will happen is the loan's going to be paid back by the excess solar that is fed back into the grid, which is good. So look, it's all going on over in South Australia, isn't it? Hopefully it all works.
Yes.
You remembered your images this time, mate.
Yes, I got some. I don't know why some come through and some don't.
Did you make that yourself?
No, I don't have time for making my own. The government, if you're in South Australia, the government has set up a registration site for Australians who want to be part of the program. The virtual power plants also allow families to take control of their power bills, blah, 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 blah. So if you want to sign up, just go to the show notes once again. You'll find this story. There's a link in there. Set up a registration site. So there you go.
Sounds good. You know, with all these solar panels going on the rooftops, I was reading another funny article today. There's some crazy scientists trying to find a way to cool the planet down. And one of them was to paint all the rooftops white to reflect the sun away from the planet. And I'm thinking, but what are we going to do with all the solar panels?
Yeah, no, that's not going to work. No, there was paint that to make houses cooler. There was paint that sort of reflects or absorbs.
Well, this was to reflect the sun back out into space so that the planet doesn't get hot.
But that's not going to work, is it?
I don't know.
I
That's
think
just
that's
one of the
going to
crazy
work.
ideas.
Yeah, I think that's.
There was another couple of crazy people talking about, putting some sort of chemicals together and putting some sort of thing in the clouds to reflect some chemical smog or something to reflect the sun away and the heat away, so that the planet can get cooler.
It's just hot. It's the sun. That's what happens when the sun shines. But yeah.
But then you hear theories of people saying it's all the solar panels that suck the power out of the sun. It's going to die next.
Oh my god!
Have you ever heard that story?
No, I haven't. No.
We're going to kill the sun with solar panels.
He lives in the land that the daylight savings going to fade your curtains and the cows won't milk.
That's right. That's right. We don't want any of this rubbish. No more sunshine. We've got enough of it.
Daylight savings, the only thing that's good for saving money, because you get more sun on your solar panels.
That's right. We get an extra hour.
Daylight savings. That's an extra hour of solar panel savings.
That's right. So I don't know. Like that's good. I like solar. I think it's a good thing. Not too fussed on the wind, but I like solar. Have you got any more, Jace? Down there?
Yeah. Facebook is talking about expanding its TV-like service, Watch, into a rival to Google's YouTube by opening the platform to more individual creators, according to several people familiar with the plans. This would increase the amount of long-form video content that Facebook can sell ads against and could reverse the decline in the time users are spending on the site. Facebook wants to allow more people to create their own shows on Watch, according to 3 media agencies who asked they remain anonymous because the conversations are private. Instead of buying rights to these shows, however, Facebook wants to create a system where creators can upload their shows for free, then earn a cut of the revenue from ads placed on that content, similar to how YouTube pays its online creators. Another source with knowledge of the situation said Facebook's ultimate goal is to create a sustainable ad-supported video platform where it won't have to pay for the majority of the content. Creators are hungry for other video platforms that can earn them more revenue after YouTube made it harder to earn advertising money on its platform. Amazon has also talked to advertising agencies about creating more ad-supported video initiatives. More broadly, the move continues Watch's encroachment into YouTube's territory. Currently, not everyone on Watch makes advertising revenue. Facebook pays some media production companies and creators for rights to their shows, ranging from $10,000 to $500,000 per episode, depending on the length and exclusivity, according to 4 companies who have Watch deals. Some shows are uploaded for free on a partner basis.
I think, look, that's where it's going to end up, isn't it? Like, I'd like to get more of a seamless, say, transition from, say, watching TV or your Foxtel or whatever, so you can just push one button, the TV changes to your Chromecast, and you're just ready to go. Because now you got to change the amp, change the TV, and get it on the phone. So it's still it's too much. So I'd like it. It'd be good when I don't know, something has to happen, doesn't it? Something will change, and but I don't know. I watched that Mundine fight on Facebook. I streamed that to the TV. That was good.
That was all right.
Yeah, that was good. That was that. Remember those guys were streaming it illegally through Facebook.
Yeah, they do that. They do that all the time, don't they?
Yeah, they got into trouble, but it was quite amusing at the time. Now I think
I had a little story here. I wouldn't mind getting Jace to clarify, and he's probably read the story, but and I'm not going to read the whole thing because I get a little bit confused with all this stuff. Where is it? With the what do you call it? The Bitcoin stuff. I don't usually bring out the Bitcoin ads, but CNET co-founder wants to turn Amazon into a blockbuster with video coin. Have you heard of that?
No, but I was expecting it might come. I mentioned that on a Facebook page yesterday.
Okay, it says the Video Coin network is a decentralized video encoding, storage, and content distribution system that turns all cloud-based video services into an efficient algorithmic market running on the new blockchain with a native protocol. Throwing all these words at me. The Video Coin, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And something about, in the story, it says something about paying. Okay, so there's servers, all these web servers out there that are pretty much useless, not doing much, and they're talking about paying these hosts that have the servers in Video Coin to let them use their servers to mine for
stuff, more coins. Yeah, right. How?
And they're gonna pay us to let them use our systems if they're not busy to mine for them.
So there must be there's so many of these cryptocurrencies coming out or are around, it just seems like it's easy to do. But how hard is it, Jace? Like, would you be able to make a coin up if you wanted to?
Yeah, I could, but I wouldn't do it because you really need to have underlying business reason for having the coin. They had Australia, a coin called Australia.
That's right.
Came out recently, and that got really popular all of a sudden. There was another fake one, Australian one as well. It was a bit like just a scammy one. Australia coin is a bit like Dogecoin. That was a pretend one that came out, and suddenly it became really popular, and everybody wanted it and started investing in it. The guy who invented it's like, what the hell's going on here? You creepy, crazy. But yeah, there's.
Do you think? That's all right. Keep going.
There's GitHubs, which is a storage repository for computer code, and you can get GitHub code for like Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then if you've got an account there, you can click on a button that says fork this project, which gives you a copy of all the code there, and then you can edit it and change it around and add in new features and take away features, stuff like that. So some people just go in there, clone it, change the name, all the names where it says Bitcoin in there to my really cool coin or whatever, and then start shilling that all over the internet, which is a terrible, terrible idea. But,
why is it a terrible idea?
It's
there's
just
no
really
basis to it.
It's just
there's a
really
lot of-
making fun of the Bitcoin currency, really, isn't it, in a way? Because it's just so many of these other stupid ones.
A lot of them have reasons for being, like the Horizon State decision token from Melbourne is there because people will use the what do they call it, cryptographic technology and code to make unchangeable votes for countries and businesses.
Right.
And that's a really good idea. There's Coin IOTA, which is for IoT, Internet of Things, communicating between the devices, and there's a coin that just rides on with that. And so these things have got a basis and a reason for being. There's other coins that someone just made a coin, and it's like, well, come invest in my coin is not really a great thing because it's not going to go anywhere, and there's no plan, and people might hack it or change it and stuff.
And it's just adding more confusion to every other bit currency out there.
Exactly.
Really is.
So you need
And do you think it's really going to be viable for these companies and these hosts with these servers to be paid in video coin to mine for them? Do you think
could be? Yeah, anything's possible.
You got to be able at some stage to exchange it for a range of goods, haven't you? Like, like you can't just say, oh yeah, I've got 500 video coins, but what can I do with it? I can buy, I don't know, some lifesavers or whatever,
Yeah.
Well, you got to be able to buy some tangible something.
You're not going to be able to exchange it for much that's what I'm saying. Is it really viable
for
them to offer their servers up and be paid in video coin? I prefer to be paid in money.
Well, yeah, at the moment, yeah, same here. I thought we might have been able to do an Aussie Tech Head coin and pay for your web hosting or something.
You could if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But, speaking of using other servers, I also read another article today, and you've probably also read and maybe even talked about this, that there was a hack on mobile phone devices recently, so that they're getting your phones, all the people's phones, to mine for coin.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think they're going to try and do anything, aren't they? Because if they
Just
can...
Yeah.
Is there... Can you, Jace, is there any easy way, like, that you can describe what is the actual, like, computation that has to happen? Like, is it just like some massive number times some massive number? Or, like, what is this?
It's a complex algorithm. It's a bit difficult to explain that the computers have to calculate. If you listen to really good, what's it called? Aussie Tech Crypto. That's a good one.
I've heard good things about
a lot on that show.
Yes. I know I'm 2 episodes behind. I am naughty. But I might actually listen to that before bed tonight. So all right.
Yeah, guaranteed to send you to sleep. Good one.
Good. I need something like that. No, I might put that on while I edit the show up, I think. Now, this is my last one. An update to WordPress. Now, those of you who've got WordPress sites out there, apparently the update will break future updates, so you better listen closely. Now, there's been a version come out, version 4.9.3, which has been a maintenance release, and if you've got an automatic update, which I think WordPress now installs with the automatic core updates
It's
on.
pretty much set and forget now.
Yeah, so this maintenance update has fixed 34 bugs, but it also broke the ability for WordPress to update in future versions. So what you've got to do is there's an update 4.9.4, I think it is, but you've got to actually go in and install that one manually. You can't do it automatically. You've got to do it manually, and then that will fix the problem. So go and do that. It's not as hard as what it sounds. It's a manual intervention. It's just log into the admin panel, push update, and that's it.
Here's when I've got about 7 different sites that I have to do this to now.
Oh, right. Oh, well, I got something
Yeah,
for
it's
you
bit annoying.
then.
I get all the emails from all the ones I've helped with in the past.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm the admin email. I get the notifications for all the updates. I've never touched them in years.
Yes. Yeah, well, if you got a WordPress site, just go and just make sure it's all updated. So, because apparently...
They're good to know.
Yeah,
Good for the heads up.
Yeah, apparently you will find out if it does try and do an update with the broken version, the page it causes a PHP fatal error. So you will know. So
how old is it? Because I just installed a WordPress for somebody only brand new about, I don't know, maybe a week ago. They're building it themselves. They just wanted me to put it up for them because they don't know how to connect the databases and upload the things. You'd think any website builder would know how to do most of that, but
it's all scripted.
Surprising how many don't. We just upload it and put it on. But that was a week ago. How old's that story? Would I have to get
it's pretty
back
recent, within the last week. Yeah. So maybe you should check. It's if it's 4.9.3, you've got to have 4.9.4. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what version it was that I installed.
I just logged into one of mine that says 4.9.4 is available. Please update now. So I'm already running 4.9.3, but it's not crashing anything yet.
No. So I think where it will crash is if it tries to auto update itself again.
Okay. I don't use the
auto
WordPress
updater.
Plugin that does auto updates for me.
Oh, yeah. That's and it will do the core as well.
Everything, yep.
Yeah, sweet.
And plugins and themes and anything that brings out a new version.
That's pretty good. All right, I'm at the end. Are we at the end? Has anyone else got anything else?
I've got one more little precaution here. I don't know whether it's true. The Scaraby, you remember Scara or Scarab, the ransomware?
Oh, vaguely.
I thought that was the planet that the Daleks came from.
No, that's Scaro.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Stargate again? Is that what you're talking
Doctor
about?
Who.
Doctor Who.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Scara from Stargate. See, I'm a bit of a Stargate fan. There you go. Another nerd side of me. There we go. The ransomware threatens to slowly delete your files every 24 hours until you pay up.
Happy days.
A new variant of the malicious Scarab ransom has been uncovered in the wild that uses a different distribution method to treat and scare victims into paying. While the original Scarab ransomware was distributed by a massive spam campaign and hosted by the Nucleus botnet. Did I say that right?
No, probably not.
No, probably not. The new variant dubbed Scaraby, BEY, targets remote desktop protocol connections and is manually dropped on servers and systems. Discovered in December 2017, researchers at Malwarebytes say the new threat seems to be targeting Russian users, similar to the ransomware Scaraby demands a Bitcoin payment. Here we are with Bitcoin again. For victims after infecting their system and encrypting all their files. According to research...
How many Bitcoins does it want?
Yeah. Well, apparently everybody's got a lot these days.
Yeah, heaps.
Yeah, we're all rich of it.
Yeah.
So according to the researchers, the code between the both Scarab and Scaraby are almost identical, but do include noticeable differences.
Yeah, that's bad, isn't it? Look, thankfully I've never had any ransomware on my machine, so I don't want
You
it.
just got to be careful, really, where you go, don't you?
Yeah, you
Just watch what you're doing.
Especially just opening PDFs. Like sometimes even like you think I get emails from different people and they're actually Rigidids, but they come from like these online accounting software things or even custom-made software platforms, and it just pushes these really vanilla type emails and here's your bill and the PDF attached or a link to follow it. And you think, there's no way I'm going to open that. Like, you know, and so you just let it go. And, you know, if
some people,
they'll
some
ring
people
you.
are silly, aren't they?
Yeah, they'll ring.
don't do it.
These people ring you when they how many been getting our invoices? Oh, yeah, some of they were. All right, is that
I
it?
had so many stories, but I do have another quick funny one. It's not a long one. It's
All
just
right.
a short one.
Quick one.
And it's probably not funny because it's kind of mean, but I think it's a bit funny at the same time.
Go.
This morning, an error occurred in AccuWeather Zaps. Have you ever heard of AccuWeather? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, AccuWeather. Yep.
Yeah, AccuWeather, is that how you say it?
Oh, yeah.
It caused the routine National Weather Service tsunami, I should say, test to go out as a push notification or SMS alert, warning people of a non-existent tsunami across the East Coast.
Yeah, right.
The alert, which was meant to be a test transmission, was apparently flagged as a genuine alert by AccuWeather, the AccuWeather app, causing users with notifications enabled to wake up to a tsunami warning this morning.
Oh, nice.
That's horrible, isn't it?
It is.
Is that Hawaii?
Yes, yes, Hawaii. Now
It was somewhere. Where was it? According to the NWS's Miami Beach, the tsunami test is one that is regularly conducted on a monthly basis. But apparently something went wrong this month, and it triggered the alerts of the AccuWeather to the AccuWeather users.
Now, this AccuWeather, I've just got this up on screen now. It's accuweather.com. Now, is this crowd? Do you know if this is crowdsourced weather, or how is this? Is this like from the Bureau of Meteorology, or does anyone know? Well, it might be something for me to
I'm not
find
sure.
out.
I don't know a lot about weather. I just thought it's not very nice to wake up to a tsunami warning in the morning.
No. But I think I've got.
So I feel sorry for those people that stressed out this morning, but you got to have a bit of a giggle at it at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah, well, that's right. All right.
It shouldn't have happened, but you know.
Yeah,
These things
these
do.
things happen. Fat fingers happen. Everyone's got them at certain times. All right, good stuff. That's it. That's it for another week and another show. That went fast, didn't it? Next week, or pretty soon, hopefully, Jordan's been working on a call-in voice system where you could call in and we can talk to you. How good's that? Bringing that back.
Yeah, tee something up, whether you go live streaming or whether we can
Yeah.
still do it even in the pre-recorded shows if we arrange it.
Yeah, we can just
ring
put
them.
a Facebook note up on Facebook. You know, the show's on now. If you want to ring in via a certain means, we will decide on soon. And then, yeah,
A platform for that.
So look forward to that. And
Otherwise, we'll just start prank calling all the people. And
that's we'll just go through their Facebook likes and just prank them one by one. Yeah, so that's that. Don't forget the Aussie Tech Crypto, great podcast. What are you up to? Episode 4, I think now. So it's a great little listen. And I've got to pull my finger out, listen to the last episode myself. But it's a great little listen about cryptocurrencies. Go through a lot of stuff and a lot of questions I have. You know, I asked Jason on this show. He's probably already answered them, so it's probably like he's going around in circles.
maybe we need to get this call-in platform working for Jace as well, and you can have all these bit callers calling in.
Oh, yeah, well, there you go. All right, so that's
Lots
that.
of questions, wouldn't it? You'd be forever answering the phone.
The Aussie Tech Radio, you can find instructions at aussietechradio.com or just download the TuneIn Radio app and search for Aussie Tech Radio. That's about it. I've got nothing else to say. What is it? February, yeah, not much is happening. Happy Valentine's Day. When's that? Yeah, before the next show. So happy Valentine's Day. Woo. Okay, all right. All right, guys. I'll see you guys next week. See you, Jace. Thanks for coming in.
See you then.
Good luck with your build, with your install, and Jordan. We'll see you again soon, probably next week as well. Lovely.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Good
No worries.
stuff. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for listening or watching on YouTube or iTunes or wherever. Cheers and bye bye for now. Ta-da.